Anytime you're running the ball at least 60% of the time, one of the most effective things that you can do, of course, is play action passing. This is something that gets overlooked in Madden. So the first route I'm going to look at is X, then I'm going to look at A, then I'm going to look at B. Now, A and B have really nice crossing routes that can be opened against all sorts of different zone coverages. We can hit RB out of the flats if they're blitzing, and Y is even a really nice route that we can hit. Now here we're going to show versus a large majority of zone defenses. So first, let's take a look at how we're going to hit X. We just wait for him to cut across the middle of the field, and we hit that. That's going to get open against man as well. We're also going to look, again, for A and B cutting across the field. Here we see that A was open, and we're able to hit him. The other thing that we can do against a cover 2 sink type defense, if nothing is open, is this Y route underneath is extremely effective. So that's 3 ways that we can beat cover 2 sink. Now, the reason I love this play as a stock play so much is that no matter what zone defense our opponent calls, we're going to have somebody open. Here it's going to be a little bit tighter of a window, but as long as we wait against cover 4, we're going to be able to hit that X route. Then we're going to be able to hit the corner route by the tight end. It's going to depend on what that linebacker on the side does. But as you can see here, he goes down to the flats, tries to take the running back, so we're just able to hit the tight end. Now, if we look at the replay, if this player stays at home and covers the tight end, then we're just going to hit the running back in the flats. And again, against a cover 4, the other thing that we can do is this really nice route when everything is covered out of the backfield. We can just hit AP for a good 5 yards. Now, we dropped the ball, but we all know that happens. Actually, I almost forgot a couple other setups. If you love tight end streaks, then this goes really well with the B route. As you can see, we can just hit the B route right in that area, pick up a good 15 yards. We can also pass lead the tight end streaks just like we would out of other types of offenses. Click on, make the catch. We could put B on a drag and A on a fade route. And of course, no matter whether they're using that area of the field or not, pass leading fades is absolutely money. We can do that again, and we can even hit the drag underneath. We can do lots of different things. Tons of routes that we can hit out of this play against zone coverage. And even if they try against a cover 3 defense, again, we're going to have lots of routes that are going to be open. This X route is going to get open underneath. Pick up yards there. And the B route across the middle of the field is going to be a really good option, as you can see right there. So really, it doesn't matter what zone defense they play. We're going to be able to pick them apart with a very effective play-action play. Mix that in with a run, and you're pretty much golden. Now, when it comes to our deep pass formation audible, which is halfback angle, we really don't need to change much. We're just going to block RB, and we have a couple other options. If we're going to leave the tight end on a corner, I like to put B on a drag. Otherwise, we can put B on a smart routed out route and put A on a fade. Now, the reason we don't want to put B on a smart routed out route is because, as you can see, those two routes are going to interfere with each other. So let's start off by putting B on a drag. We're going to look for X on the left. Now, if you like to run smart routed out routes, you don't need to smart route this. Just the way that it is, as is, we're going to be able to hit that all day, every day. Then we're going to block this again. We're going to put B on a drag. If we want to hit that tight end corner, we can go ahead and hit that tight end corner if it's open. Then we can put A on a fade route. Now it's not going to interfere anymore, so now we can take a look at the A fade. We can pass lead that inside, or we can hit the smart routed out route on the right side. So as you can see, we have a lot of different options that we can use. And best of all, when we're trying all of this stuff, is if all options fail, we have that angle route out of the backfield, which is absolute money. We just hit that right just like that. And very easy play. It's going to pick apart man and zone defense almost every time, as long as you're making the proper reads. Now, when it comes to mesh out of split pro, we're going to use the exact same technique that we use for I-form pro. We have the halfback draw out of this formation, which is really good to mix in. But when we're in this formation, they know we're not going to run one of our 5 running plays, which is an advantage for them. So we want to be able to get the ball off as quick as possible. And we're going to use that same technique by hurrying our players up to the line of scrimmage as quick as possible. We want to put B on an out route, then smart route that out route. We want to put A on a fade and block RB. This is something I can get done even when using that speed up technique with ease and snap the ball as soon as my players get set. Now, the only thing that we want to look at when running this play is what's going on in this area of the field. If it's man defense, then we're going to be able to hit that out route all day long. If it's zone, a lot of the times this player is going to come over and help out, and we're not going to be able to hit that out route. But what it is going to do is it's going to leave the tight end wide open on that fade route. Now, the fade does beat man or zone, so that's an advantage that we do have. So let's go ahead and take a look at what it looks like. We look for that defender, we see that he's covering in man defense, and we just hit the out route all day long. Let's go ahead and set up a different defense. Now we see that he's covering that area of the field, so we just wait. We throw a pass lead to the inside of the tight end, and it's money all day. Let's go ahead and see what would have happened if we had to throw on that out route. Again, we're just reading that player. Look at that player. Whether it's a cornerback, whether it's a linebacker, nickel, dime, doesn't matter. Just look to see if he's covering zone. We see that it is. If we throw that out route, look at what would have happened. He would have jumped it, and we would have been toast. So we just wait, and we throw that pass lead inside of the tight end. This is a route combination that I absolutely love to use. You're going to have your opponent, he's going to start having to put his outside corners in yellows. He's going to have to get tricky. And once he gets tricky, we're going to start throwing slants over the middle because he's going to be shading. Once your opponent starts stopping the out route in man defense or putting a corner in a yellow, just start running slants across the middle and make him pay for doing that. Again, whether it's man or zone, we're going to be able to hit the tight end. And we can also even hit this running back, the wide receiver going across the field in a drag. That's our bailout route. Now, the other thing, as you can see, I set all that up very quickly, so you're able to get that done. The running back out of the backfield on the mesh, we're just going to pass lead to the inside, just like we do out of iForm Pro Mesh. So again, here, it's man defense, and we have a dual option. We can either hit the out route, but again, we can also pass lead to the inside on that fade. Now, he didn't catch it, but as you can see, he was wide open. I absolutely love this play. You definitely want to mix it in, as long as you just get into practice mode and practice setting that up. And it's going to be able to snap the ball before they get set and murder the defense. Now, the last play we're going to look at is probably the most popular play in the entire game, and it's also probably one of the most effective, which is FL Screen. Now, whether you use this scheme or not, if you are not using FL Screen, you must get it into your scheme immediately. Now, one thing I need to stress when we're running this entire scheme is we must use the speed up offense. Hurry to the line as quick as possible. And the reason we need to do that is because if we're going to pass the ball, our passing formations are a little bit different most of the time than our running formations. If we're going to pass out a gun doubles on, we can't let them see that we're coming out in gun doubles on every time and running the screen pass. If we're running mesh out of iForm Pro or Split Pro, again, those are tight formations, and the defense is going to be onto us. Now, I promise you that it works. As long as you use that technique and get to the line of scrimmage as quick as possible, if you're pounding the rock and killing them with the run, these plays will work. They're going to be setting up their defense. They're not going to have time to look and see what it is that you're running, especially when we're getting to the line so quickly and snapping the ball. So I stress that you must do that. Even when you come out in a run play automatically, you gotta do that exact same thing, because if you only use the hurry up technique when you're passing and don't use it when you're running, then they're gonna know. They're gonna think, oh, he's hurrying to the line, this must be a pass. So keep that in mind, okay? Now, when it comes to gun doubles on, one thing that we need to do is we need to change the slot receiver to a halfback. And the reason we need to do that is because iForm Pro, Split Pro, and Strong Pro are all personnel, that is 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and 2 running backs. If we were to run doubles on as is, it would be 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 running back. Now, you're going to face 2 types of people. You know, some people are just going to pick their defensive play before you pick your offensive play no matter what. There's a lot of people that do that. And if they do that, you don't need to worry about putting the running back in that spot. But if they're like me, and they always like to see what the personnel is, you must do this, because we're going to use that speed to the line technique, and we're going to snap the ball as quick as possible. And when you quick snap FL Screen, it is very hard to stop, especially if you're pounding the rock down their throat all the time. So I really hope that you like the scheme. You know, I tried to get this very short, but then as time went on, I was covering all these run plays, all these pass plays. With Adrian Peterson, I almost feel like this is unstoppable. I think I lost 1 time to a tournament player, and the only reason I lost is because I lobbed the ball up at the last second. just kind of having fun. I was on his like 20-yard line with 15 seconds to go or something like that. That's the only time I lost using this run scheme. So, take in as much as you can. Every word that I've said is exactly what I do when I play. So if you like it, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're going to have a lot more full schemes like this in the future, and I'll see you guys next time.